Here we go. Two burly boys played Pokemon in their youth. One had to grow up, the other stayed true. Now the large grown-up child can name all of them, but the other guy probably 510. Now what can they do? Why don't they review? Now we'll talk about them till we die. Die?
Welcome, everybody. I'm Frank.
And I'm Joachim.
And this is your Certified Poke-Moment, where we feature and talk about one Pokemon evolution line every week.
Today's featured Pokemon is, drumroll, no drumroll, Ducklett.
Ducklett!
The Pokemon that... the Ducklett Pokemon.
It's the duck Pokemon.
That they added one T to the end of the word
Yep.
Ducklett.
Yep, and it evolves into everybody's most remembered Pokemon,
Swanna. It certainly is one of the duck Pokemon that exists.
So this is another Gen 5 Pokemon. I feel like we've been touching on Gen 5 a lot lately.
Yeah. I wish we could give the other generations some love, but...
We'll get there eventually. As of now,
falls.
we haven't touched on Gens 1, 2, 4, or 8 yet.
It's binary, baby.
It's binary. So, as we said, Ducklett was introduced in Gen 5. Its typing is water flying, and after evolving at level 35, it does evolve into Swanna, which is also water flying. It has a 50-50 gender ratio, just a perfect 50-50, which makes total sense to me. So, Ducklett and Swanna have a few abilities here, as Pokemon do. It gets Keen Eye, Big Pecs, and the hidden ability of Hydration.
Big Pecs.
Big Pecs, baby. So, Keen Eye, the opponent cannot lower this Pokemon's accuracy. So, that's fine.
Those mud shot users are going to be...
so upset.
Yeah.
Big Pecs, its defense cannot be lowered.
Just so we're clear, how do you spell pecs in this situation?
P-E-C-K-S.
Okay, so like it's pecking.
Pecs.
Instead, it's not big, masculine, massive...
I always thought of it as...
pectoral muscles?
Pectorals, but you know what? That was as a kid. Now that I'm looking at it, only bird Pokemon have it.
It's
so, yeah.
literally just big...
Yeah. Big pecs. That's crazy, yeah. Only bird Pokemon have it. Dang. And then Hydration is probably the best ability here. All status problems, burn, paralysis, sleep, frozen, and poison are healed when raining.
Oh my gosh, wow.
On a rain team, it can't be affected by, status like that.
That's really good.
That is really good. Not a ton of Pokemon have it. It's mainly water types that do, and weirdly, Smoochum.
Just Smoochum?
Water types, Smoochum, Gudra, Selgor, they get it.
What about, does Jinx have it?
No.
Smoochum loses hydration.
Yeah.
What a crazy, weird thing.
Yep.
Does Smoochum just drop hydration from their, like, skincare routine or something?
Yeah, they get really dry, ashy skin.
Like Yarrow or whatever?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Jinx just has Oblivious Forewarn. Jokum, what you said is literally totally the truth. It loses hydration and gets the hidden ability Dry Skin. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Gosh.
Oh.
Why are we wasting this on the Ducklett episode?
Yeah, I can't imagine there's much to talk about when it comes to Ducklett and Swanna. I don't even know what to say, man. All right, so that's those are the abilities. Hydration, actually, a pretty good ability. Jokum, you want to read Ducklett's black and white Pokedex entries?
Yeah. Marvelous Bridge.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's a little...
You know why you can find them there, right?
No, what?
In those little shadow spots where you can find like the feathers that like up attack and defense
I remember
stuff.
that.
Sometimes they're Duckletts.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, Ducklett is special.
I do remember... Honestly, this is a tangent, but it's really amazing that I do remember Ducklett from Black and White because of that bridge.
Yep.
Are there any other Pokemon you find on that bridge?
Nothing's jumping out to me. I don't know. I don't think so.
Except the Ducklet, right?
Except the Ducklets.
Anyways, flavor text from Black. These bird Pokemon are excellent divers. They swim around in the water eating their favorite food, peat moss. That's so boring. Also, why are they eating peat moss?
Good point. What the heck?
Peat moss is like really old moss and stuff that's been compacted over years in bogs.
Yeah, that's why...
Maybe real ducks do that. Do some real ducks do that?
I mean, I'm sure that's where they got the idea from.
Cool.
But Ursaring evolves into Ursaluna using a peat block.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Peat moss is also, it's controversial, but it's really good for gardening.
Is it?
It's a great, I want to call it a medium. It's a substrate. It's just a very neutral big block of fluffy water-absorbing mass to propagate seeds in.
Why is that controversial?
Because it's a limited resource.
Okay. Kind of like fossil fuels.
Yes. I mean, less dramatic than fossil fuels, but you do have to tear up a natural habitat to harvest these blocks for gardening.
I see.
A more I don't want to play the moral high ground, but the more morally high ground thing to do is just use coconut coir.
Oh, interesting.
Coconut fuzz, like
coconuts can be regrown easily.
Anyways, the white flavor text is: when attacked, it uses its feathers to splash water, escaping under cover of the spray. That's adorable.
Wow, yeah,
but so boring.
It's cute, but it doesn't offer much in personality. All right, and then we got Swanna. It's Pokemon Black entry. Swanna start to dance at dusk. The one dancing in the middle is the leader of the flock.
That's so much more interesting than Ducklett.
They dance, okay. They have a little synchronized dance they do.
Nice. It's like ballet. It's like
it's
a white swan, but it's like the black swan.
Yeah, the swan, it's shiny. Should have been a black swan.
Oh, is it not a black swan?
Not.
What color is it?
We'll talk about shiny in a minute. It's a little disappointing. And then it's Pokemon White entry. It administers sharp, powerful pecks with its bill. It whips its long neck to deliver forceful, repeated strikes.
I'm just imagining it like flailing its head around.
Yeah, like a giraffe does. And then the most recent game... Oh, wow. These guys are available in Scarlet and Violet. I forgot about that. You have to have the Teal Mask DLC, and then you can get them.
Teal Mask is a very cool DLC.
It is.
I so much better than the... Wait, no.
Oh, you like the Indigo Disc.
I'm 100% thinking of Indigo Disc.
Yeah.
The Teal Mask is fine.
The Teal Mask I thought was fun. It introduced you to a lot of classic bug types like Spinarak and...
I loved seeing those. I felt like a gross Gen 1-er being excited to see an old Pokemon.
Yeah.
But it felt good.
And just because I imagine we won't be able to talk about them much, Swanna's Scarlet entry, centered around its leader, the flock dances in perfect sync and strength and its unity. Okay, that gives a teeny bit more information. Violet, it's said that many artists have taken inspiration from the sight of a Swanna performing a beautiful dance in the light of dawn.
Swan Lake.
Swan Lake. As far as moveset goes, it's exactly what you'd expect. A lot of water and flying moves, Feather, it gets Feather Dance. That's its whole thing, right?
Makes sense.
Air Slash, Roost, it gets Rain Dance.
Feather Dance, is that Ray's stats?
The user covers the target's body with a massive down that harshly lowers its attack stat. So it lowers the other opposing Pokemon's attack.
Because I was thinking of it like Dragon Dance or Swords Dance.
That would be cool. That would actually be a boost to Swanna if we can learn something like that. It gets Tailwind, which is good.
What does Dragon Dance do?
It raises attack and speed.
Yeah,
that's why it's overpowered.
What does Swords Dance? Sword Dance.
Raises attack by 2 times.
Okay, yeah, that's why I always get those confused.
Getting Tailwind is really good, though. The user whips up a turbulent whirlwind that boosts the speed stats of itself and its allies for 4 turns. So for 4 turns, every Pokemon on your team is going to get to move faster.
Okay, so it's like a double battle Pokemon.
Yes. Not just that. When you switch Swanna out and switch another Pokemon in, that Pokemon takes advantage of the Tailwind.
But it's still for 4 turns, right?
Yes. So it's like Reflect.
You do have to make sure that you're switching out your Swanna within those 4 turns.
Yes, it would be better for when used in a double battle. I don't know if there's something that can... boost it or make it last longer. Like Light Clay makes Reflect and Light Screen last for longer. And there are certain rocks that make Sandstorm and Sunny Day last for longer. I don't know if anything makes Tailwind last longer. Said that a lot. Oh, and it gets Hurricane, one of the strongest flying type moves. 110 damage, 70 accuracy, but During drizzle, during the rain, it's 100% accurate. So that's good. So this Pokemon would be good on a rain team.
Yeah, very much a rain team.
Yeah, you want it to be on a rain team.
What are its stats?
Its stats out. Well, actually, I wanted to look at its TMs first.
Okay, let's do TMs.
TM wise, it's not terrible. It gets things like acrobatics, disarming voice, trailblaze. Wow, it gets trailblaze.
What is trail?
It's a grass type, a physical grass move. The user attacks suddenly as if leaping out from tall grass. The user's nimble footwork boosts its speed stat.
Oh, okay. So because Swanna's a dancer, it gets trailblaze. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Theme-wise.
Only does 50 damage, but raising your speed every turn is really good. Icy Wind, a lot of like water types get Icy Wind. But it's like I was saying earlier, besides like ice, water, and flying moves, there's really not much diversity
It's
here.
got that grass type move.
It has the one. It does have the one.
That would help it against
Rock types.
Rock
is super effective against flying.
But
and grass is super effective against rock.
Oh, I forget that. I always forget that. Wow.
Rock and grass. Oh, and by egg, it gets Aqua Jet. That's nice. Oh, and speaking of all these moves, what are its stats looking like? This is great. Its attack and special attack are equal. It is a mixed attacker. 87, 87. 87 isn't that good.
Yeah.
It's really not great.
So it's not that good in both.
Right. But it's equal. So you can give it moves like Aqua Jet, which is physical, and Hurricane, which is special, and then maybe the rest of utility.
Well, what's the rest of its stats?
We've got HP at 75. Both defenses are 63, so not good. But its speed is its only like really good stat, and that's 98. Now they purposefully kept it below 100, I'm feeling, just so it doesn't hit that speed tier of all those other 100 and aboves. But 98 is pretty freaking good, especially if you're pairing that with Tailwind. I mean, that Pokemon's going to outspeed pretty much anything at that point.
And Tailwind boosts speed for 4 turns, right?
For 4 turns,
okay.
Yep.
Yeah. That is pretty okay.
And sometimes speed isn't even necessary. If you just want to Aqua Jet your opposing Pokemon, maybe before they knock you out, or they only have like, a smidgen of HP left, and you can like just hit them with Aqua Jet. It's not bad.
I've never been a big fan when they make a Pokemon a dual like attacker and special attacker.
Really?
Because it feels like it's. Then you have to split your. You get 4 moves, right?
Yeah.
You have to split that between special attack and regular attack, and you can't just focus all. I hate EVs so much and IVs,
it's hard
but you
to
have to. Then you have to split your EVs and IVs. That could go to defense or HP or speed or something. You have to put them into special attack and
Well,
attack.
you don't necessarily have to. You can make the choice and say, well, I'd rather it be an attacker or I'd rather it be a special attacker. And then you can give it the nature that boosts that.
I just feel like I'd rather just like if I'm tweaking, right? If I'm tweaking,
You're tweaking right now.
But if I was like gonna tweak the stats, I would lower like attack a little bit and then increase special attack.
Yeah.
Right? Because let's say you're only given so many points to put into a Pokemon, right?
Yep.
It's never even or equal in Pokemon, right? It's all gonna be distributed differently, right? What are the Pokemon that are like Dragonite, Metagross?
Oh, Pseudo-Legends.
Pseudo-Legends will always have like a higher base total stats, right? Mm-hmm. So if this Pokemon is only allotted like, I don't know what the number would be, 250 base stat points. What is it? What are its base stats actually?
Its base stat total is 473.
473. Wow, that's actually really high. And
I think Pseudo Legends are like 580. I want to say.
Okay, so
around
it's not
there.
that much lower than a Pseudo Legend.
No,
right?
its stats are all very even across the board. There's nothing besides speed, I guess, that like really stands out.
I just wish I could just lower one of those and then increase the other one, right?
That's kind of how natures work, though.
But
you mean overall?
Overall,
yeah.
Because no matter how much you tweak the nature, it's still going to have that attack and special attack. They're like the same. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course, yeah. Then nature comes in, and EVs and IVs. Mm-hmm.
You just want to tweak base stats a little
I would really just want to tweak the base stats, but it doesn't matter because this is reality. The reality we're in, it's flying in its animation.
Oh yeah. This is Scarlet and Violet, so it is constantly flying. I don't.
Why is it constantly flying?
in battle, a lot of flying Pokemon are in the air, especially birds. Remember, Gen 6 to 8, Charizard was flying in the air constantly.
It's horrible.
And now in Gen 9, its sprite looks amazing.
So much. Oh my gosh.
And they fixed Greninja, in my opinion, too, because Greninja, it takes a better stance, but when it's just kind of walking around, it has like the closed eyes and it looks super chill and it's just standing straight up. It looks good. I like what they've done in Scarlet and Violet. Common Pokemon Company W.
Yeah, no, uncommon.
Ducklett Shiny is cute.
Yeah.
Its light blue parts become pink and its slightly darker blue parts become purple. I think it's a very cute shiny.
Yeah. I have nothing else to say. It becomes pink. It goes from baby blue to baby pink.
It does, and I think it looks good.
Cute.
Swanna is a bit more disappointing.
It becomes...
It's like...
It goes from a bluish white to a... White.
And then its little...
Its bra.
Yeah, its blue bra becomes purple.
That's... It should have been a black swan.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool.
The Pokemon Company wasn't...
Thinking?
No, because until Gen 6, the Pokemon Company didn't choose what the shiny was. It was just the opposite color palette, basically.
Are you serious?
Yes. It was always just the... That's why Pokemon like Garchomp and Gengar look so bad. But then again, they're still making bad decisions with shinies today.
The opposite color palette for Gengar's purple is slightly less purple.
Mm-hmm. I don't get how it works. I don't get how color palette stuff like that work. But then again, you can have Pokemon like Ursaring that go from a dull brown to a really bright green. Same thing with Espeon. Light purple to a bright green.
Why does it always go green?
I don't get it. I do not get how this stuff works. But yes, they've changed shinies in the past. Like they changed Combustions before for whatever reason. They just kind of... I forget what they did to it, but we can talk about that in the Combustion episode. But what they should do is go back to Swanna, make it a black swan, give it a deep orange beak. Because there are swans that are like black with deep orange beaks, and it would look so much better.
And no one's going to complain about the loss of the slightly whiter Swanna with the purple bra.
Yeah, nobody's going to be like, what? That was the best shiny ever.
Red bra. A flaming red bra.
Yes, a nice bright orange. That'd be great.
Or orange, sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking to match the beak, but it doesn't have to. It can be a nice deep red, kind of like Charizard's wings.
Neon green.
There you go, neon green, for whatever reason. All right, Jokum. Obviously, Ducklett and Swanna are... They're Dex filler.
I think that in AZ, I think it would be so cool if they did a Mega Swanna.
Wow, a Mega.
I think they could do... Because, like, I don't know. It's in France, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if France is known for swans, but they're known for ballet.
They are.
So, like... I don't know.
They can up the ballet theme.
Up the ballet theme, right? Go ham on the ballet theme. I don't know what that would look like.
Maybe they make it a bit... I'm not advocating for them to make it more human-like, but maybe make it a bit taller, give it longer proportions.
Yeah, I was thinking they go down the Digimon route and turn a cat into an angel.
Yes. There you go.
But in this case, turn a duck into a angel.
Into a Swan Lake ballerina.
Into a ballerina. Or maybe just, like, give it...
And then...
There's other stuff they could do.
You know what? Megas have different shiny colors than their base forms. Like, shiny Mega Gengar is white. And it looks great. So shiny Mega Swanna could be black.
Stop whitewashing
my swans.
Even though lots of swans are white.
Yeah, the classic swan is a white swan. But that's a great idea. Now, would you want to change the type at all? Could we change it up a little bit to make it better? Maybe normal. Fairy. Okay, that was bad.
That's the worst.
Maybe Water Fairy.
Water Fairy would be so good.
Oh, it'd be so amazing.
Instead, it goes from being like a bird that's flying to a bird that's just a dancer.
Yep.
And then, wow.
Yep.
Are we cooking?
I think we're cooking right now.
And then the Pokédex entry could be like, it broke its feet to fit into its ballet shoes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's in pain and agony. Because Mega Evolution flavor text is so edgy and stupid.
Mega Glalie jaw breaks, so it's constantly spewing icy wind.
Mega Swanna has body issues, and her mom always told her to lose weight.
Oh, no.
I did ballerina for years, and that's just how it is.
You did ballerina?
Oh, I did. I did ballet. I was a ballerino, I swear.
A ballerino.
And yeah, it's got to be said, those Russian moms have some expectations.
Mega Swanna
is
always looking in the mirror, sad at how it looks.
If there's anyone who's listening who has experience in ballet and had
or just experience with body dysmorphia at all, you're beautiful. I promise you.
You're beautiful.
Yeah, you're perfect the way you are. Just like
unless
Mega
you're a terrible
Swanna.
person, then you should change.
Yeah, if you're terrible on the inside, then you need to change. But no such thing as being terrible on the outside, unless you're one of those people Jokum talked about that looks like Garbodor.
You know who you are.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I don't know what you could. I mean, you could argue that you could do a quote unquote Black Swan as like a regional form. You know, Calosian Swanna could be just a Black Swan. Cool. And hey, and Ducklett could just be the ugly duckling trope.
Wow,
man,
cool.
There's honestly a lot you could do to make Swanna better.
Yeah. Was Swanna in Gen 8? In England, doesn't the Queen of England own
every
the
swan?
The ex-Queen of England owned every swan?
Was not in Sword and Shield, no.
Wow, what a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, that would, and they made Galarian forms. That would have been a great opportunity to make like a more
I love Sirfetch'd,
royal. Yeah, good point. But make a more royal Swanna.
I feel like we could have gotten Royal Swanna instead of Sirfetch'd.
Yeah, or heck, its stats aren't much of anything. Model its evolution off of the former Queen of England, you know, and it can just be like the what?
It's just gonna become an old lady.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I don't like normal Swan.
Okay.
Now I would oftentimes as a kid just replay Pokemon games. I would decide, okay, I want to use this team of 6, even if you can't catch them in game. Like I played through Omega Ruby with a team that consisted of a Durant, a Swanna, and then some Gen 3. Yeah, some Gen 3 Pokemon like Gardevoir, and I think I used one of the starters. I can't remember which, but I did have a Durant and a Swanna on that team.
A Durant?
Yeah.
What are we going to do when we talk about Durant?
We're gonna
cross that bridge when we get there.
I genuinely don't know. We haven't hit a Pokemon yet that has no evolution. So that'll be an interesting day. Granted, whenever we do talk about a line of Pokemon, we mainly focus on the final evolved form, except for when we talked about Bisharp last episode, because there was a decent amount to talk about just Bisharp. But what are we going to say about just Ducklett? Right?
Yeah, nothing.
It's just a duck.
Literally it's a duck.
So
it's not even interesting like Quaxley.
Right. When Gen 5 was created, it was created, and this is confirmed, as sort of a soft reboot for the Pokemon series. That's why in Black and White you could only find Pokemon from Unova in the wild until after the champion, because it was a semi-soft reboot. Not that they were ignoring everything from the past, but they were just kind of restarting. It's why the dex is so big. It's almost 151. It's close. That's why a lot of Pokemon are very similar to Gen 1 Pokemon, like the Conkeldurr line to the Machamp line. You have Sawk and Throw to Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
The downgrade.
Yeah, Regigigas. Gigalith is kind of similar to Golem, and they're meant to mimic each other like that. And I could go on and on and on. My opinion is that Ducklett and Swanna are the Psyduck and Golduck.
Yeah, they are ducks.
Yep, they're ducks and they're solo water. The only difference is that
one of them is
water flying.
I want to talk about Psyduck being solo water so much.
Yeah,
but no, we can't.
Mm-hmm. Psyduck being solo water. Gosh, you're right. I almost just did it.
That's an opinion for later.
But and it's also, I don't know if this is confirmed, but I think it's also hinted at by the Pokemon Company that a lot of the Pokemon they introduced to Unova were there for filler. They're like, oh, we don't have enough water types. Let's introduce Basculin, which has 2 forms to help fill out the decks, you know?
Are Basculin's 2 forms, do they both have a place in the decks?
No, I think it's the same dex entry, but it's technically now 2 different Pokemon you can find at 2 different spots while fishing, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Basculin got an evolution. Wait. Yeah. Is it a 3rd form?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, Basculin, red and blue stripe do not evolve into Basculegion.
I need names. I need names of who I need to drown in their bathtubs.
Basculin White Stripe evolves into Basculegion.
I'm triggered. Oh.
Yep, it's the biggest injustice ever. Kind of like how Overquill evolves from Hisuian Quillfish, not Quillfish.
Ooh,
It's the dumbest decision
I'm coming
ever.
for you, Pokemon Company. I'm gonna find out who made that decision.
It's terrible.
That's so bad.
You can't... they did the same thing to Farfetch. It's Galarian Farfetch that evolves into Surfetch. Pardon my language, we're allowed one curse an episode to still be not explicit. They're blue-balling these Pokemon, Jokum.
Oh my gosh. What a horrible...
I could rant about that for a long time.
I'm so glad that Stantler...
Yes,
just
it's
Stantler,
just Stantler.
Needs to be evolved to weird.
And it's just Ursaring that gets Ursaluna.
Gosh.
Oh man, could you imagine?
I don't like that they gave Ursaluna an alternate form. They just gave Ursaluna
the ability of life.
Yeah, they just gave Ursaring some love. They don't need to do it twice. That could have been a space taken up by another Pokemon.
I'm pretty sure, at least for right now, at the time of this podcast being made, I'm not even going to say coming out, Ursaring can only evolve into normal Ursaluna.
Ursaring.
Is this good content? I don't think Ursaring can evolve into blood form Ursaluna.
Why are you saying the word Ursaring?
Ring ring, hello. I just hear bear growls.
But it's Ursaring, just so we're clear, he has a ring on his belly.
Yeah, and he called me up and told me it was Ursaring.
It's not Ursaring. How have you survived this long?
Yes, it's probably Ursaring. I just think Ursaring rolls off the tongue better.
Ursaring. He's not a boomerang.
That, you know what? Australian alternate form of boomerang Ursaring.
He's got just like a triangle. I don't know how to describe the shape of a boomerang other than boomerang shape.
It's kind of triangular, except with no bottom. It's an arrow top, no bottom, no ring,
and probably no bear hole. Okay,
bear hole. So Jokum's gonna go to Google Images and do our favorite / least favorite thing, and see how long it takes to find somebody's weird fetish. And while he's doing that...
Oh, there it is.
Oh my gosh, that was so fast.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh, hold on, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13 images over.
Holy crap, they made that a voluptuous bird. That's so bad. Why do people... And again, it's the same website.
It's a bird.
It's the same website.
Oh, it's for affinity.
Yeah.
Oh, for affinity.
Why do you do the things that you do?
Honestly, Swanna, it looks pretty... I like Swanna's 3D model. I'm looking at the model for Scarlet and Violet. It looks pretty cool.
It's not a bad Oh, wow. Swanna has decent merch. It's not a bad Pokemon. Looking. It's not a bad looking Pokemon.
Shadow Swanna.
And Pokemon Go. I think Swanna has potential to be cool. Look, somebody did an alternate form of Swanna. It's a black swan with the like a reddish orange beak.
That's so good.
That's all you need to do. Oh, cool.
This is just really good fan art. Oh man.
People are really good.
People really like
Oh no! That's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh.
People just keep drawing this bird as a furry.
With like a big bazonker.
Gosh. Hey, big packs, am I right? So on Pokemon Center's website, they do have the sitting cutie for Swanna, and it looks cute. That's a Swanna, all right. That's just a cool swan.
Oh yeah, I really like its sitting cutie actually.
Got cute little feet.
Also, this fan art is really good. That's
oh my gosh,
beautiful.
That's like a oil painting. But they're on Pokemon Center's official website. There's also some Skyla canvas art where it's the gym leader Skyla with a Swanna. Wow. And it looks really good. Skyla has really good character design. She's a good character.
What generation is Skyla from?
5.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
to me, she looks like the one from Generation 3.
The one?
I don't know, the flying type gym leader from Generation
3.
They
look so different.
No.
Look up, what's her name from Generation? Is it Winona?
That Winona sounds right.
Yeah. I'm building a deck with Winona cards. It's really good.
Wow, the first thing that comes up is Winona Pokemon card.
They're entirely
that's
different.
Entirely different.
They have like a blue color scheme, but that's flying.
I like the newer designs of Winona more than the old design of Winona.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of that Gen 3 era art.
Yeah, the Gen 3 era art is...
And then look, that's the card. Hold on, that's the full art card right there.
This one right
Yep,
here?
That's the full art card. Oh, and yeah, isn't that awesome? I have that. That's in my deck. Also, there's sexy fan art of Winona.
Well, it's Pokemon, so...
Gosh, Google Images, man. Why do you do this to me? And there's also 2 different shirts with this Skyla Swanna art on it.
That's
Long sleeve and short sleeve. Official Pokemon Center merch.
Wow.
That's awesome. I guess was Swanna Skyla's ace? Or was...
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Skyla at all. I forgot
Skyla's cool.
Skyla and Winona held the same space in my brain.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm also using Skyla cards in a different deck, so... Oh. Let's not talk
about that.
Oh my gosh, there's 2 different Ducklett plushes on Pokemon Center. The Sitting Cutie, which is sold out, by the way. Is sold out.
Aw, man.
And then there's an even like a small little cheeky Ducklett. Hey, that's still more representation than
who was the last one?
Bisharp.
Bisharp. Poor Bisharp. Wait, Bisharp really doesn't have that much. Did we go down the Bisharp?
We searched Bisharp and we only came up with Sitting Cutie, I think.
Yeah, that's disappointing. But I'm happy for Swanna. I'm here for it.
Yes, I think they're kind of boring Pokemon, but with a little bit of love, I feel like they could be something great.
Swanna alternate form that's a goose.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I just see fan art where the people are like, oh, it's like alternate.
Oh, like the Canadian goose.
So instead, it's like Canadian Ducklett evolves into a goose.
Yeah.
Instead of
a swan.
Wow. Anyways,
okay, that's cool. That's a cool concept too. You could do like a Canada region. Wow. Okay. But Jokum, it does seem like it's that time.
Is it time for that part of the show where
the boys do the thing that requires a song?
Shut up.
This is the part of the show where the boys discuss how edible the pocket monsters that we focused on won't belong. Turn up and come along to the segment of the show.
Yes, indeed, it is that time in the show that the boys discuss horrible things.
Yeah, the more we do this, the more animals we get, the more I am regretting this.
All right, you want to marry a bird?
No.
It's a bird.
It's a bird. I'm going to get the bird flu if I try and kiss those beaks.
Honestly,
beaky lips.
It's better than the mole.
It's better than the mole.
You agree?
Yes.
Why do you agree with me on this?
Soft.
Yeah, it's soft.
It's got down.
It dances.
It's got down, baby.
Down. Oh,
I can sleep on it.
nice.
I can sleep on it.
Imagine how cute that is. You're sleeping and it's a bird next to you.
It's just petting you with its wings.
Let's not.
So Swanna, again, forgot to talk about height earlier. Swanna's actually pretty decent size, 4'3".
Is that where the head comes up to?
I imagine that's foot to head. Yeah.
Okay.
4'3". So that's
it is a swan. It is a swan from the planet Earth.
And then I'm just gonna say ducklet because why not? 1'8".
Oh yeah, it's
a duck.
It's a tiny little duck.
Duck.
That's cute.
I can't marry a duck. I can't marry a swan. I'll have
if anything, it's just as bad as the mole. I'm gonna use the mole as the baseline of. It's not a piece of metal.
Yeah,
but it's a mole.
But it's still literally just an animal.
So I'm gonna give it the classic 3.1 out of 10 because it's a little bit better than a mole.
Yeah.
But anthropomorphized. I have to have.
Oh, anthropomorphized.
I like anthropomorphized.
So
Swanna.
soft. It would be one of those fancy ladies that wears like furs and everything, and nice feathery outfits.
I would be a little worried that she would put some unnecessary pressure on our children, so that I would be apprehensive to bear.
She would enroll them in dance class, and the kids wouldn't have a say
body
in it.
Image.
They wouldn't have a say in it.
Yeah. I don't think there's any problem with being enrolled in dance class. Mm-hmm. It's the body image problems.
Yes. I think she
ballet
would...
is rampant with that.
Yeah, that's a shame. That is such a... Because you got a decent workout doing that kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh, it's great.
But it's just never enough.
But you have to... It's not about being strong. It's about being skinny. Oh, your legs are too big. If you're the kind of person who develops really muscular legs, that's not good. Those are frog legs. You don't want that.
That's a mean thing to
say. It's so sad.
I have the calves of a golden god.
It's really sad.
My legs are my pride and joy.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's mostly on the girls. They're just lucky to have a guy. Ballet teachers are so happy when a guy wants to do ballet because they're like, oh,
ballerino, finally!
now you can lift up people.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's sad having to watch all that. Anyways, ballet's fun. You should enroll your kids, but don't be mean to them.
Don't be mean to them.
So
yeah, 3.1. Fed, I'm here for it.
Oh my god.
This, I know it's a swan, not a duck, but duck is delicious. Ducklet would be wine in a nice wine sauce. So good.
And I've always wanted to eat a swan.
Yeah.
So I would, I would sneak up behind a swanna.
Yep.
It doesn't know what's happening, and cleave her to the neck. Its head's
good
going
Lord.
off. And
Is this dead? I thought we were in Fed.
Well, we'll get to that.
Oh gosh.
I'm eating swanna. It's just
yeah.
good.
Sorry.
I'll just prepare it like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Mm-hmm. It's a very quick Fed. It's very edible. It's a bird. You eat birds.
10 out of 10. What else would you?
Yeah.
What is 10 out of 10 if not something that looks delectable?
And something we eat in real life. Again, we don't really eat swans, but it's a bird. People eat chickens. We eat ducks. We eat what's that one that starts with an F? Pheasant. That starts with a PH. I know. It made an F sound, but yes, it's a PH. We eat pheasant. We eat all kinds of different birds, and we can even eat their eggs.
Swanna, we're coming for you.
Swanna, we're coming for you. That is a 10 out of 10 right there. As for dead, easy.
You think it's easy?
Easy.
Well, did it have any moves? Okay, it just pecks you.
Yeah.
But birds are all bluster.
Okay. It can conjure a hurricane.
Okay, but in that case, it's a 0 for everything.
Yes,
everything. If it has a beam attack, we're dead.
Yeah. I mean,
let's think about this in like the Pokemon anime wise.
Yeah.
If Ash can throw a log, I can.
Okay, wait.
I can break a swan's neck with a magical swan's neck with a baseball bat.
I think it's very easy to sneak up on a Swanna, grab its neck with two hands, and crunch. No, just crunch. Just break the neck. Just break the neck.
Okay.
Why bother swinging?
What's its weight?
Can't be that. I have to be able to lift it.
Is it in kilograms or pounds?
It's 53.4 pounds. Easy.
Yeah, I want to go all the way. I'm gonna grab it and then swing it over my head like my Norwegian mother swings a chicken in her hands by the neck.
Gosh.
There's a story there you'll never get to know.
Yeah, I think you actually told that story in a Taboo Foods and I cut it.
Oh.
Because I was like, yeah, I don't want that in the video.
It's tough out there when you're living on a farm.
You'll learn what I mean about Taboo Foods later if this is your first video. Gosh, yeah, I
would I'm cracking that neck.
I don't think there's any chance
and Ducklett
this thing can be
neg diff.
Yeah. Oh no.
No
that
diff
is the
even.
easiest thing in the world.
No diff. I'll crush. I
don't want to crush it because then I'd mess up the meat.
That's right.
But...
I would throw a rock at it. I think if you threw a well placed rock, will kill a Ducklet instantly. A Swanna, I think you could.
Unless it flies away from me, it's dead.
Basically, what's Swanna's? Oh, Swanna's fast.
Swanna's very fast. That's an issue. Didn't think about that. That's an issue.
And I would imagine I would probably equate it's all about pecking, right?
Yeah. And scratching. Those web feet are kind of sharp.
Yeah, but then it has to get up on its feet. And if you have a stick, you can like at least keep it away, right?
Yeah,
poke it away.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, in this case, I feel like we have to go metal bat. Metal bat has to be like a standard.
I feel like there are some Pokemon you don't need a metal bat for, like I don't know, Jigglypuff. You know, there's no need for a metal bat with a Jigglypuff. I can crush it between my hands.
I don't think you. This isn't. We're not gonna have to go. No tangents on Jigglypuff.
No tangents.
But Swanna. Honestly, I think if you just rush it, jump on top of it, hold its neck down.
Yeah.
Its pecs are strong, right? But does that mean its neck is necessary? It's like an alligator, right? If you're on top of it and you keep its mouth closed, it can't open up its mouth.
Yep.
So if you don't let the Swanna reach its neck back to peck, you're holding its head down. You jump on it. Its head's down. It's trying to scratch you. Oh, you take a bit of the damage, but then you just pop its vertebrae out.
So easy to crack.
Oh my gosh!
All right, I think I would give
I give myself a 7 out of 10. No baseball bat. 9 out of 10 baseball.
I would give myself an 8 out of 10 no baseball bat.
Really?
And a 9.5 with. I mean, again, I could screw
up.
It's
still a superpowered swan.
I guess it could. Does it learn like hydro pump or something?
Yeah, but the thing is, once there's beam attacks,
no, its strongest water move it learns by level up is Bubble Beam. 65.
I can dodge Bubble Beam. Bubble Beam is never that fast in Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it gets Air Slash, so if it slices at you with its wing, that could do some damage, but I mean...
Is Air Slash a physical attack move?
Special.
Oh, so it's implied it moves past the Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, okay,
this is a fight to the death.
This is a fight to the death?
I'm going to say that if I'm not just there's no chance of me retreating. I have to kill this thing. Mm-hmm. Birds are all bluster. Once you get in there, right, it's going to try to peck. It's going to try to scratch.
Yeah.
But if you get on top of it and you're able to, because birds have hollow bones, just start crushing it, breaking it, just snapping it, grapple like the monkeys we are.
You could like pull its wings off, you know.
I don't know about pulling them off.
But you can dislocate them. Yeah. So it can't fly.
I think you just go for crunching that neck.
Yeah, the neck is definitely the weak point.
And then if I have that baseball bat, I'm gonna just try to get in as fast as possible, right? Maybe it'll take an arm off, but as long as I can get one good swing and
bam, done.
If basically I just need to hit anywhere on the neck, and I think I could like break one of its vertebrae, and it's done.
What's it gonna do? It can't move. What's it gonna do?
This is morbid.
It is. It's extremely morbid. The first part is gross. The second part is morbid, and the third part is really morbid. This is the bed we've made. No, this is the can of worms we've made, and it's time to lie in them.
Okay.
Oh, but
we've talked a lot about Swanna somehow.
I love how we've went from 30-minute episodes to 40-minute episodes. It makes me happy. I'm glad we're talking a little bit more about these Pokemon. If you guys have been enjoying these episodes, please rate this 5 stars. And if you want more Pokemon content, go to my YouTube channel. Let's be frank. I talk about Pokemon a pretty decent amount. I love Pokemon so much. It's my favorite franchise in the world. So I'd like to talk about it as often as I can. And if you want more Joachim here, like I said earlier, Taboo Foods is a segment we do on it's more of a segment. It's a video series we do on my YouTube channel where we cook really odd or weird foods. Especially weird to a lot of us here in America. A lot of other countries have touched on these things before, like grasshopper and cricket tacos and stuff like that. But then we do stuff like make the tobacco from The Simpsons, and we're messing around with tobacco syrup, and it's an odd time. Taboo Foods is so much fun, and you guys should check it out. But with all that being said, thank you again so very much for watching. This has been your Certified Poke Moment.